Hello, and a very... My name is Ben Moseby. Welcome to a Foilpress masterclass. You weren't expecting this, were you not? You weren't expecting this, were you? Hey, I know what you were expecting. The shiny, weren't you? The shiny Foilpress shirts. You weren't expecting this. Just a little surprise that I threw in for you there. I thought I'd be a little bit unique today and wear a Hawaiian shirt. So you know what, Craig will probably turn up in a minute. So I thought I'd do the Hawaiian thing and bring this something a little bit different to the show today. Before we say hello to Craig, though, by the way, and before we get on with the Foilpress masterclass, Rachel on our socials has just gone, my eyes! We must just say it's the last day for a few things here at Crafters TV. Last day to get your free mystery gift. Oh yes, we are doing this amazing thing where if you place an order over £20 or $30, we will pop into your basket a free mystery gift. And here's the great thing, if you purchased yesterday and you spent that amount and you've gone, oh, got a free mystery gift, we'll give you another one today, which is amazing. So it's on all orders. So even if you place 3 orders today, you'll get 3 mystery gifts should you spend over £20 or $30. Also worth bearing in mind, that is the last day today as well on the current deal that we've got with the Totally Tiffany goodies. So with the Totally Tiffany goodies, 25% off the Triangle Traveller. We've been running that deal for a few days now. Today is the last day to get your hands on that deal. It's all part of National Craft Month, so get that deal. If you want to get the Triangle Traveller with that discount, you need to be doing it today. We've also, as well, as part of World Quilting Day, which was yesterday, got various deals for you as well on selected pre-cut half-metre bundles. Buy one, get one half price deals, and again, those deals are fast running out. Also worth mentioning, today's the last day to get your hands on our current Get It Got It Good, which is all about the metallic pens and the metallic pencils. If you watched Colour Me Happy a little bit earlier on, no doubt you took advantage of some of the deals there, but I think I've covered pretty much everything off. Must just mention before we start on this show as well, the tape pens are back in stock. Yes, the tape pens are back. If you didn't know, we've got them. We've got the tape pens and we've got the dotty tape pens as well. Let's do this very quickly because this is literally George's favourite thing to do currently, because he's going, oh, we've got to do it, we've got to do it, we've got to do it. So here we go. The tape pens are back. You pay for 4, so you pay for 3, we give you 4. Here's the thing. They are back in stock, but they're going fast. What do you need to do, everybody? You need to check out now. £9.57 Platinum or $14.28 if you're shopping with us in the US and you are a Platinum member. The other brilliant thing is we've got the dotty tape pens as well. And if you thought the tape pens were flying, these are going even quicker. Again, we're giving you 4, but you're only paying for 3. So here we go, everybody. Once again, say it along at home. They're going. And that means you need to count now. Yes, there we go. £11.98 or $16.68. Honestly, the tape pens and the dotty tape pens have been the hottest ticket right across the weekend. We have got a lot of them, but what I will tell you is that they have been flying out of the door this weekend, and more will fly during this show as well. Now, as I've said, I brought the funkiness today, brought the Hawaiian shirt, but it's not just me over the course of the show today. The man they call Mr. Foilpress, they call him Mr. America, they call him the Scotty Hottie, Scotty Hottie. He is with me over the course of the next couple of hours. Here he is. Hang on a minute.
Hiya.
Where's your Foilpress shirt?
Oh, that's taking a little bit of a rest today.
I thought I was doing the Hawaiian thing, and you've got the...
No. I know what you're like. And I thought, it's Sunday, I'm feeling so bright, I'm feeling sunshine. I thought, let's go tropical.
Yeah.
Let's go jungle.
Yeah.
Let's be the Jungle Boys.
Let's be the Jungle Boys. It's good, that.
That's good, that one, isn't it?
Yeah. Good. And that's really
nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but yeah. This, by the way, before we go on, is a genuine Hawaiian shirt. I bought this in Oahu on my honeymoon.
Did Is it?
Yeah, it's 15 years old. Bought it from Hawaii, so it's a genuine Hawaiian shirt.
Missing a button though.
It is missing a button, hence why I'm wearing a t-shirt underneath, because nobody needs to see that.
No.
No.
Looking good though.
You're looking good.
Looking good, yeah.
Glad we did this.
I know. Yeah, I feel like I want to go surfing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll do it.
Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA. Now, we're not here to sing.
We're not.
We are here to talk about the Foilpress machine, which is just here. Now, if there's anybody qualified to talk about this amazing machine, it is you. £79.99 platinum, $111.96. For anybody who has never, ever seen this machine before, why do we need this in our lives?
What it enables you is to do foiling at home. Now we do have foil press stamps. We're going to talk you through them because they do look like dies, but they're actually foil press stamps. Instead of having a cutting edge, what it's got is a smooth or like a shallow edge. That's giving you basically what it's like is a letterpress technique. Pushes that foil press stamp into your card with the foil. It's heat activated foil. So as I say, you do have foil press stamps. We may have a goodie bag as well coming up. However, you can use your normal dies as well, your normal silver wafer thin dies, whether it's ours, Spellbinders, Bibby, Tonic, any of them, Dreamies, anything like that. As long as they're the wafer thin dies, you can use them. So what happens, instead of the design cutting, it then foils. Think about your Santangling and your Zentangling in the middle, doing your colouring, all these different things. So as long as it fits on the platform that we'll talk you through, you're able to then do the foiling. Cardstock, mirror card, glitter card, vellum, leather, satin, real leather, organza, balsa wood. There's so many materials that you can then be foiling when it comes to your foil press. But it is a phenomenal machine for you to be able to have at home. Whether you just foil little bits, whether you do big backdrops, you're going to find so many ways in which you use it. And that's why I just absolutely adore mine.
I just got this up quickly because as you were going through them, so black card, Centura Pearl, craft card, pattern paper, mirror card?
Yep, absolutely.
Watercolour card, black card with your inks on, glitter card.
Yes.
And if you thought that's good, there's more here as well. So even like materials you can go onto as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So if you're wanting to do any foiling onto materials, maybe if you do your wedding invites and you like that touchy-feely effect with some fabric or materials, start to foil onto that. It could be foiled onto satin ribbon, grosgrain ribbon. What's the other one?
Organza, have you said that?
Organza, grosgrain and satin ribbon.
Satin ribbon, yep.
So you could foil onto them ones. They could be the wrap around your invites if you want to. Or as I say, you can go quite full when it comes to foiling, or you can go subtle. The point is it allows you to do the foiling at home with the foil press stamps, or, as I say, your wafer thin dies. Not only that, there's a technique that we call, the waste technique.
Oh, yes.
And that is using what would be the waste from your foil, all about the pressure and all about the heat. And what you can then do is transfer that waste of the foil onto your card or material. But what it also means, die cut your die cuts into white cardstock and then foil them once. It's phenomenal. So many things you can do with them.
And the great thing is you're good to go when you've got this set as well, because we give you like all of the accessories that you need to be able to use this. So everything that you're seeing atop the cross row here is everything that you'll use in conjunction with this set. And actually, we're giving you even more freebies today as well, because we're giving you even more foils on top of what you would normally receive. You're also getting more of your little finger grips as well to make sure that you're keeping your fingers nice and safe. And you're also going to get for free another one of your silicone mats, and you're also going to get another set of your plates included as well. And like I said, you're also going to get some of those foil stamps to get started. So pretty much a comprehensive set to get you going. And let's be honest, you've got so many different foil stamps and foil stamps and dies that you can be using. Like Craig said, if you've got, and I know the majority of you have got tons and tons of dies, potentially like dies that you haven't used in ages, that have been shoved to the back of the drawer, this might be a way to kind of reinvigorate them and put life into them, because you might think, oh, those would be great for using with my foil press.
Absolutely, yeah. One of the good ways to use them is if you've got your dies that has an outside die to it. So what you can then do is the main detail die cut it in white card, foil it, as I explained a moment ago, and we'll show you that throughout the show. Use the outline die just to foil a really nice detailed thin border all the way around. pop that die cut back into the middle, then you're starting to use them together. Two different techniques, but still using that one die. You'll seen it a moment ago there. One of them is actually, or there is a range that's like a dark grey, and that's a foil in cut stamp. So what that does, it does the foiling, but it also does the die cutting as well at the same time. Works straight away with your Gemini Junior. You need nothing extra if you're using your Gemini Junior. If you're using your A4 Gemini that we will show you throughout the show, all you need is an extender plate. It is on the show, it is on the website, so invest in that. It's, I don't know, £6, £7, something like that.
Yeah, not a lot.
But then that allows you to do your foiling on your A4 Gemini and you're good to go straight away.
$79.99 for the foil press machine, $111.96. We'll do a few of those in just a second, but we are a bit behind time, and I know a lot of you are thinking, hang on a minute, what's that there? What's the hat?
Well,
what is that? What is that? I don't know. What is that? No, I do know. It's a mystery bag. What is inside it?
It's a mystery.
It is a mystery because it's a mystery bag. Now, here's the thing, right? This is £104 worth of goodies that you've got within this bag. $130 worth. Look at the price that Craig's pointing at there. £30 or $40. Look at the platinum price. Wow. £24 or $32. What a massive saving in this mystery bag. You absolutely 100% need to get it. And the first item that we're going to show you from this mystery bag, so important is it and so amazing is it, actually arrived in its own envelope.
It does. It absolutely does. Now, a lot of you at home is, oh, I love my alphabets, I'd love to do foiling, but I don't want to do diddy little dies.
No.
We have got a phenomenal alphabet when it comes to this. And do you know what? I personally, I can't speak for everyone, I personally would pay the today's price alone for a foil press alphabet set. And this is included. And
by the way, so you've got your uppercase, lowercase, and numbers as well. This on its own, upside down. This on its own, well, it's back to front and upside down. There we go. This on its own, we'll get there in a minute, is worth £45 or $50. So if you're a platinum member, it's, well, especially if you're in the UK, it's almost, well, it's nearly like a half price deal just on this alone, right?
Really?
But you're not just going to get this within the collection. So how handy, again, that we chatted about this yesterday, to have alphabets and numbers in a collection, because, again, total personalisation, and then to be able to foil on these as well.
Exactly.
Adds that next level of luxury, doesn't it?
It does. So you've got now all your alphabets within your die collections that you can die cut with. Of course, as we say, you could use your normal dies to foil with, but now you have got your thick, substantial foil press alphabets that you can then be foiling wedding dates on, anniversary dates, date of birth when it comes to the baby onto ribbon. Imagine the date of birth, you know, on a ribbon for a card. Maybe little wedding gifts and little treat bags, something like that. So you've got the actual date on, or the names, the surnames on the ribbon as well, tied in. Do it onto cello bags, do it onto the cards. So much that you can do just with these alphabets alone.
Bear in mind then, that's worth £45 or $50. You're only paying £24 or $32. Let's whiz through everything else that you're going to get. You're also going to get another one of your mats.
Another one, but why not use it for your hot glue gun instead?
Yep.
It's a good one for a spare, but use it for your hot glue.
Magnetic tweezers.
Always need tweezers. These are the same as the ones that you get with the foil press, being it's the magnetic ones. So these are going to be really handy. So you'll have one for your foil press, one for even picking up those little dies that have fallen on the ground.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to get a hold of sometimes.
Absolutely. And then you're going to want more foil, so we'll do that as well. Gold shimmer. You get tons on a roll, don't you? Is it 5 metres?
5 metres you get, yeah. And this is your paper craft foil.
Yes.
I'm going to explain that very, very shortly. It says paper craft foil. You're going to be using this for the majority of all of your foiling.
You've got your Aurora twice over, plus that gold shimmer in there as well. And remember, the price is £24, $32. You've also got in there your gorgeous disco ball. Disco ball. So 4 lots of your foils, 20 metres of foil, and there's more, because we're also going to give you not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 of these beautiful dies as well. What a deal that is. It is a big deal.
It is absolutely fab. You've got these frames as well there, so use them to foil with and then maybe die cut an alphabet.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just want to use one of those individual alphabets into the middle, or the numbers if you want to. But really, really good set. Just to say as well, within these foils, the Aurora, one of them's a multi-surface foil.
Okay.
So with that one, you're going to use it for what is things like your real leather, the real leather. So it's a nice one to have in your stash, but predominantly with the paper craft foil, you're going to be using it for all materials.
I have got you. These are going to be very, very busy, no doubt. Grab them now whilst you've got them. They will fly out of the door. Value for money is unbelievable. Let's have a look, actually, at what everybody is saying.
Let's do that.
Whilst we pop those back in there. And you need to run over that way.
I will leave you to have a look at the comments. I'll go and get myself sorted over there. It's only going to take a few seconds to go.
All right.
Toodle.
See ya. Wow, the comments are off the chart. Loads of you loving the show already. Alison saying, good morning, everyone. Loving your shirt, says Coletta on YouTube. Aloha. Aloha. Gwenda says, ooh, a Foilpress mystery bag. Well, you've seen what's in it now, so it is no longer a mystery. It's a blimmin' good deal, though, isn't it? Yay, says Gemma Wilson on Facebook. Twinnies. Yes, we're Hawaiian shirt twinnies. Shelley Hicks says, hello, Ben and Craig. Wow, loving those shirts. Very Florida-like, too. Anne says, is it wear a Hawaiian shirt day or something? No, we just thought, you know, because normally with the Foilpress shows, the Foilpress shirts come out. To be honest with you, the material of those Foilpress shirts is pretty horrendous, isn't it? Very. To wear for 2 hours, not that the material on your shirt is much better, to be honest with you, but you know, it's slightly better than the Foilpress shirt.
Just a little bit. Not much, but a little bit.
Amazing show already to cheer anyone up, says Gemma. Thank you. Craig is a legend on the Foilpress, says Mama Cass Crafts. He is. Anything that you want to know over the course of this show, you ask those questions because he will know. Mary Lee says, Craig and Ben, the Jungle Boys. It's going to be a wild day. I know I'll enjoy this show and fun to come. I really needed this. Thank you, guys. Let us get going because I'm reading on the socials, Craig. Our Rachel, who's on the socials today, says that some people are saying that they're a little bit scared of the Foilpress. What do you say to those people?
Do you know something? I understand where you're coming from, because at first, you know, when you get a new toy, you get a new machine, and it's something that you have to, yes, learn, but what don't be too daunted by it, and I'm going to explain a little bit, well, actually, just in a minute, what I mean by that, by learning step by step. Let's go over the Foilpress first of all. So, what we've got here is, with our Foilpress, you have the ability to increase the time or reduce the time. So what we've got is, we've got the power button. There is a power button as well at the side, so make sure that's switched on first, and then press the top power button here. We've got low, medium, and high. Yep. I've only ever had to use the low, so that goes to show how when I say how hot it gets, it doesn't get boiling hot. You know, like I can put my hand on it, I can touch my Foilpress stamps once that they have come off, but that's what the finger grips and the tweezers are there for. But you've got your low heat here, and this is what I always use. Then we've got minutes and seconds. We've got the start, we've got the reset here. Now, with other foiling machines out there, if you get a little bit of underfoiling, where it's missed the foiling, or you get overfoiling where there's too much, you just have to try and either grin and bear it or try and play about with it. Yeah. Whereas with our Foilpress, if you get underfoiling, it just means that it needs to be on the heat a little bit longer. You don't increase the heat stays the same the whole time. It's the length of time on the Foilpress that you adjust. If you get overfoiling, all you're going to do is knock off a few seconds. If you get underfoiling, you're going to increase a few seconds. So it's in your control. You're in full control. You're able to then have a play. There's going to be times where you maybe need to refoil something. For instance, glitter card, we done a masterclass the other month, and we'd done it live, whereas at first it didn't foil, the second time wasn't 100%, and I done it live in front of your eyes to see how you can overcome these sorts of things. Most things are straightforward. You get to know your machine. What I say is, start and conquer with cardstock. So whether it is your black card, whether it is your smooth card, craft card, your plain 300 GSM, round about 300 GSM cardstock, master that first. Then that's going to give you the confidence. Then maybe move on to something like vellum. Yeah. Master that. And when I say master it, I don't mean spend weeks and weeks on that one material. Maybe a day, maybe a couple hours is all that you'll need. But do a material at the time, and then you're going to continue to build up that confidence. So within the Foilpress, as I was saying at the start with Ben, it works straight in with your Gemini Junior. So your actual base, it plugs into the platform. So if I lift it up, here is the heat connectors just here. So that's what then travels the heat all the way around. And then this is the actual platform. we've got here. So we've got the base, we've got the platform. This is your carbon plate that you get with it as well. Please don't get confused with your double-sided die plate.
Oh yeah, very similar looking, isn't it?
Very similar. They are completely different. Your double-sided die plates have Gemini written on them. These don't. It's nice and plain. So that is your foil press. So all you're going to do is you're going to pop it in. Now, when you first pop it in...
There's two noises there. One I recognise, one not so much.
Bit excited there. That was, just to clarify, the foil press on the glass mat. Just saying. So when you first pop yours on, the light will go red, but
yes.
mine's is heated up, so we're on green. Takes a few minutes to heat up. It does have an automatic shut off round about 25 minutes. So if your phone goes, or you go out, or the postie comes to the door with your Crafter's Companion goodies, you get excited, you open it up, you forget that it's on, don't worry about it, it will shut itself off. And all that we're going to do is we are going to follow the matrix. Now, what I mean by that is the booklet that you get inside. You know, don't think, oh my gosh, the matrix, what's he on about? I'm going to be doing like backward flying backs and dodging bullets.
No, it's not that scary.
Yeah, it's not that scary. Not that I've seen the Matrix, but I've seen clips of it where they're like...
What? You've not seen the Matrix?
Oh, can't even do that, yeah.
Ah, you need to watch the Matrix.
Matrix,
yeah. Just the first one, because I think that, like, the other two weren't particularly good. So who was telling me that? I think John was telling me that.
Is it?
Yeah, and they brought a new one out now
That's
as well,
right, haven't they?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe one day. But yeah, there's none of that. You don't need to worry about that. What the Matrix does do is it gives you a little guide as to what you can foil. You can foil so many more materials. So we've got our foil stamp dies. So what that basically is a silver foil stamp.
Yeah.
So this is what I meant by it looks like a die, but it's not. It's actually a foil press stamp. So that is your foil stamps. So you can do your cardstock, 350 cardstock, pearlescent card, vellum, mirror card, acetate, PU leather, fabrics, satin ribbon, and that's just what's on the actual matrix sheet. You can do so many more. You've got the times for a small, a medium, a large die. I'll explain that in a moment. And as we can see here, it does tell you the temperature. All of these ones are all on low that you can see. All low, all low, all low. And then it gives you the time for you to then pop your foil press stamp on the platform. What I would say, Ben, to start with, follow the matrix.
Yep.
And then you might find you need to add a few seconds, you might need to knock off a few seconds, but start by the matrix and then work your way that way. For instance, vellum, it lets you know that you need to add in a 300 GSM shim, because vellum's really thin, so you need to bulk it out to do with the pressure, and same with some of your fabrics. The next one is exactly the same, but it's all about the foil stamp and cut, which are your dark grey ones, like this one. We'll talk you through them later on in the show. And then here is your multi-surface foils, so PU leather and then your thick fabric cottons. But all of that is paper craft foil. So although it says paper craft foil, please don't think that it's only paper craft. Everything here is what you're going to be using for paper craft. So I thought, do you know something? When we do these in the past, we always start with a foil press stamp. Let's twist it on its head. Let's reverse it.
Ooh, okay.
And let's use one of our normal dies that are on the show as well today.
Okay.
And let's show you how you might be new to us and you'll have never seen normal dies being used. So let's show you that one to start with. So I'm going to go in here and then we're going to go in with the Create cards. Now, with our Create card dies, this foil press, for me, is all about the foil press. If you've got a foil press or you're thinking about your foil press, please do consider trying your dies on the foil press because they look spectacular. So I've gone in with the bell of the ball, and what happens is instead of all of the detail die cutting, it then foils instead. So what we're going to do is usually with your, if this was a foil press stamp, you would then follow the matrix. Now, how to work out if it's a small, a medium, or a large?
Yes.
What we tend to say is if your foil press stamp covers about a third of your platform, gauge that as about a small.
Yep.
If it covers maybe about 2/3, gauge it as about a medium. And if it covers the full lot, which there is foil press stamps out there that size, then that would be a large one. So I'm going to turn it around. The only thing with your normal dies is, although this is a sizable die, there's not actually a lot of area that needs heated up.
Okay.
It's only the tip of your die.
Can I ask a couple of
course you
questions as
can.
well?
Fire away.
So if you're using like a normal die, which you're obviously using for cutting,
Yes.
is that not going to affect it, the fact that it's a cutting die as opposed to, is it?
No, not at
Okay.
all. The way that I start to layer up the platforms in a moment,
Right.
it's been thought out for you from Leanne and the team. And yes, it's to do with the heat, but it's also to do with the pressure. So it's not going to affect your future die cutting. It's not going to blunt it. It's not going to melt it down or anything like that. There's nowhere near enough heat for anything like that to affect. All that it's going to do is the heat nicely transfers through, and you get a light pressure as it goes through the Gemini.
Right.
Your heat activated foil sticks to your cardstock. That gives you that lovely foil design, and then you can flop back and forwards. Use it to foil with, use it to die cut, use it to foil with, so you don't need to worry about that.
Good to know, because I think a lot of people as well might worry if they've got like new dies, for
Yes.
example, that if they foil with them, they then won't be able to die cut with them again, which is not the case.
It is not the case. To put it this way, you know, I use so many of my dies with my foil press. Every die I have, I only have one set. I don't have, for instance, this one here, I don't have one to die cut with and one to foil with. I only have the one. So that goes to show that your dies will absolutely be fine on the foil press and to die cut with.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is, for a die this size, because it doesn't actually need that long, because it's only the tips that are needing to heat up, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come down to 24 seconds here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pop my foil press stamp, I'm going to pop my
Die.
on the platform. But what I need to do, Ben, is make sure that the die cut edge is facing upwards.
Right.
If you go the other way round, one, you won't foil, and two, you're going to cut into your base.
Don't
which you
do
don't
that.
want, so you don't do that. So we're going to go in with our die.
Okay.
Then what we're going to do is I like to put my carbon plate over the top, and then I like to press start. So what that does is that's doing the countdown, and it is giving it the right amount of time for it to sit on the foil press base. The heat is transferring up, and it's transferring up into the die cut points. So as you can see, it does the countdown.
Yeah.
Once it's finished, it will bleep to let you know that it's ready to go.
Here it comes.
Which is there.
Yes.
So then what we're going to do is take our foil. So this is our paper craft foil.
Okay.
So shiny side down. I know you automatically want to go the other way, but it's shiny side down. I'm going to pop it onto black card.
Yeah.
Because black is always the perfect way to show you. Slide it out. Don't ever tilt it up.
Yank it,
You
yeah.
slide it out, other you're going to then bend the connectors. And then when you're junior, all that you're going to do is feed it through. I like to hold it until it's fully started, and then I just let go. What we can then do is take a hold of it at the other side. And then we can then remove this one. So if I lift it up, you will see the impression already. But then what we can do is peel that one off, and look at that.
How fantastic.
So all that you need to do now is either come along with your guillotine,
Yeah.
or with these dies, you do get your outline die with it.
Let's bear in mind again that this is a die not specifically made to foil with, and you still get that amazing level of detail.
Absolutely.
Which again, as I say, just breathes new life into all of those dies that you've maybe put away at the back of your drawer thinking, oh, I'm a bit fed up with that one, don't want to use that anymore. Get them all out and just get foiling with them, because, like, well, you can see for yourself here, look at the results, they're phenomenal.
It does. It looks absolutely phenomenal. And what I'm going to do is, once I've done that, and then very quickly, before we go back to you, what I'm going to do, Ben, is let's take that same die that's been on the heat.
Yep.
And let's take this one out first. So there is our foiled impression. There is
That's
not
beautiful.
a missing bit in there. No. That could be white card, but the reason we do it on black to start with is because if you're going to see any little blemishes, any little bits that are missing, it's going to be on black card, which
Yeah.
it isn't. And then all that I'm going to do, just to show you, let's take my die, create a card dies. You know, I always like to put in my metal shim anyway because there's so much detail. So same plate configuration as you would with your normal dies. So that's come straight off the heat. Now, the chances of you at home using it on the foil press and using it straight away on your die cutting is going to be very, very slim.
But you're proving a point.
But I'm proving a point here that you can see that no problem whatsoever
Yes.
has that cut with no issues that you can see here.
And generally, because Sue's just asked, so she says, Craig, can you foil the Nitwit's beautiful lace edge die? So the rule of thumb is that generally you can foil most dies, can't you?
You can't, yeah. As I say, as long as, now obviously I'm not going to pop all these bits out, it's just to prove a point, but
Yeah.
to show you there on the back, all die cuts, no problem whatsoever. So you can see. So yeah, you're absolutely right, Ben. As long as it's a wafer thin die, so
Yep.
that's what we class as a wafer thin die, which is all of our dies.
Yeah.
Apart from our mixed media ones, they're just a little bit too thick. But as long as it is a silver wafer thin die and it fits on your platform, you can foil with it. So as I say, yes, that's your Nitwit edgeable dies. Think of all your edgeable dies that you can now foil that's going to be foiled on the edge of your card. Just quickly, so ours, Spellbinders, Nitwit, Hunky Dory, Tonic, Don Bibby, Tattered Lace, Dreamies, Lisa Horton.
Wow.
All of these dies that are the wafer thin dies, as long as they fit on your platform, you can foil with them, no problem at all.
Wow. I mean, seriously, do you know what I love most about these shows? I don't often get the foil press shows, so I feel like I learn the whole time with you guys as well. But what I love is when I see messages like the message from Stephanie Theodos, which says, hello, I had no idea that you could put cutting dies into the foil press. So again, hopefully we're enlightening so many of you as to what you can do with the foil press, why you need it in your life as well. Don't forget, if you've got the bigger Gemini as well, we've got the extender plate, which you can get to use in conjunction with your foil press. We've got a storage bag on the show for you as well. But there's so much love for this show already. Miriam just saying, Craig is the reason why I bought the foil press. Carol Smiduts on Facebook saying, oh, I love that he's doing this. I own a lot of the creator card dies. Yes, use all of these dies. Get your dies out. Have fun. Lots of you chatting about the goodie bag as well. Coletta Cooper says, I had to get that goodie bag just for the alphabets. And absolutely, the alphabet dies that you get in there, they're worth £45, $50, which is more than the value that you are paying today. Lots more. We'll look at that again in just a little while. Carletta just saying, Craig, so good at exploring the foil press. And Marianne Johnson said, Craig's advice on mastering the card is a great place to start. A few of you chatting about the waste effect that you can do with the foil press, which no doubt Craig will touch on a little bit later on as well. And a question from Sean on Facebook. Again, no questions off limits today. Whatever you want to ask them, honestly. So Sean says, Craig, could you ink over the top of a foiled image? Will the foil resist the ink?
I adore that technique. We're going to do it later on as well. Absolutely. Any of the foils. I would say if you've not already got it, maybe Georgina will have a look for us and we'll see if the icicle is available on the website.
We've got it.
It is on the show.
Yeah, we've got it. It's over
fab.
here. It's here.
Oh, and it's in with the foil press.
Yep.
Oh, perfect. So that's the perfect one to use, whereas you will get pretty much like a clear foil, and then you'll get the colour over the top.
Wow.
But you can do any other coloured foiling. All that will happen is your foil design will be whatever colour, and then the ink that you go over the top. So as the foil will then be a non-porous surface, it means it's going to resist it. So yeah, we're going to foil the die cut waste, as a question that you just mentioned a minute ago. And yes, we're going to do the inking over a foiled element as well, so that you can see what that looks like.
Wow. So again, any questions, anything that you want to see, I can't guarantee that we'll be able to show every single thing, but we will do our very best. That's what the masterclasses are here for, to help you kind of understand the machines if you're buying it today, obviously you need to go away knowing what you're getting. But also, if you're one of those people who's got a foil press machine at home, maybe you've never got it out of the box, maybe you're one of those people who's scared of it, then hopefully this is the show that will make you go, all right, I'm going to get it out, I'm going to plug it in, I'm going to have a go with it. If you want to get the machine today, the details are here, but we need to go back to Craig and have a look at some more demos. I'll tell you what, we'll sit in and have a look with Craig now, see what he's up to, then I'll compile all these questions which are coming in, and we'll do a little Q&A in just a few moments' time. Great little tip as well, by the way, from Rachel coming in, just saying if you've lost your instructions for the foil press, you can download them off the website. If you go to the inspiration section, then download, and it's in the Gemini Machines section for the foil press. That's worth bearing in mind if you've lost your instructions. Right, mister, what are you going to show us next?
Right, let's take our foil and cut die and pearlescent card. So we'll show you these ones together. So what we can do is let's go in as well to our matrix. So now we're going to have a look at our foil stamp and cut dies. So we're going to go for pearlescent card, which is down into here. Now it does say medium die. I would class this as a medium die. It does say medium die 30 seconds. This is my own machine. I know my machine. I'm actually going to give it another 10 seconds. I'm going to give it 40 seconds. But if you're getting this new at home, follow the matrix, and yours might be absolutely fine. What you need to, I don't want you to overthink what I'm away to say. Just keep in mind maybe your environment.
Yeah.
If you're in a boiling hot craft room, then of course your foil press is going to heat up, it's going to stay at temperature a lot quicker and a lot sooner. If you go into a freezing cold craft room or, you know, living room or wherever you do your crafting, you'll need a wee bit longer potentially. So please don't overthink that, but just keep in mind maybe the environment that you're in. That's why we say know your
machine. So go with the
machine.
matrix, and then you might find that next time you might need to add another 5 or 10 seconds either way.
Yeah, absolutely. And perfect tip, yes, from Rachel. What I would do, and I have done in the past, I don't write on this. I downloaded the one from the website, printed it out, and then I used that one to write little notes and stuff like that. Or you can, it is there, you can photocopy this page. I would say just this page, not the full booklet, but if you want to photocopy this page, but to get the proper detail of it, if you download it and then print it out that way, you'll be good. So what we're going to do is, as I say, we are going to then go with the matrix. It says 30 seconds. I'm going to add 10 on. So still on low, I'm going to go up to 40. What we need within this one is we need your metal shim that comes with the foil press.
Okay.
So that one comes with it. You're also going to need your Gemini Junior metal shim, or if you're using the large Gemini with the extender plate, use the large actual metal shim here. So that's what you're going to need. What I do, and we'll show you techniques later on where you need your magnetic shim, just briefly as well. I do have a set that I only use for my foil press. If you can invest in that, do that, but you don't have to.
No.
You can use the same ones for all your die cutting as well. It's just a bit easier. Instead of having to go back and forwards with your foil press and your junior when it comes to these two, you can invest in more, do that. It's not essential though, but I will talk you through that again just later on. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our metal shim from our foil press onto my platform. I'm going to put my die on, so again this one, because it's a foil press stamp and die, so we're going to have the detail facing up. We're going to pop that over the top and I'm going to press start. And I always like to explain, you will usually find if you see any of the girls, you know, in Sarah and that, doing the foil press, usually you'll find that they don't put the carbon plate on top.
Okay.
And the matrix actually says not to put the carbon plate over the top.
So
The reason I do it, and it works for me, so this is why I do it, my thought is, as the heat's raising up, what it does is it hits against the carbon plate and it stays in place.
Yeah.
Whereas if the carbon plate's not on top, the heat rises and it continues to escape. Me doing it this way, sometimes I will get a little bit of overfoiling. All that I do is either reduce it or take the carbon plate off.
I like your idea.
But that always works for me, you know, 9 3/4 out of 10 times it works for me.
Right.
And that's the way that I think of it, and it works, so that's why I do it. Try it both ways, whatever works best for you, you do it what you feel comfortable doing. So we're now going to go in. I did have my.
Is that pearlescent cardstock? Did you
It
say
is,
you got there?
yeah.
So Marge, Craig has answered your question. She was just saying, can you ask Craig if you can fall onto pearlescent cardstock?
Aye, there
Well,
we
he's doing
go.
it. There you go, Marge. A demo just for you.
Just for you. So shiny side facing down once again. I'm going to go over with my pearlescent card. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to come in with my metal shim from my Gemini, and then I'm going to go in with my carbon plate over the top that we can see here. Slide it out, so we don't bend it up, we slide it out, and then we feed it up into our Gemini. So that still works on the basis of the heat and the pressure, but what's happening is the pressure has been, it's kind of like manufactured, it's been worked out by Leanne and the team so that it's the right amount of pressure, whereas you get the foiling and the die cutting. So if I take that one out,
Wow.
and I take that one out,
Yes.
then what I can do is come along and then take the corner and look at
Oh, wow. That is phenomenal.
that. There we go. So see what I mean by the matrix says 30 seconds,
Yeah.
but for me, I know that I need 40. So start with the matrix, but look at that. That is, it's very hard for us to say at times perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Foil and cut die on pearlescent card
Yeah.
with your paper craft foil.
And again, it's like a thing that, you know, I've seen before, you've probably seen before, but it's like when you see like your heat embossing, it's something which never gets old,
I
seeing the
never
result.
get fed up of it, no.
No. And the whole point again here is you've seen how nice and easy it is to do. If you're getting this machine today, you're going to get the instructions. Follow your matrix. It is so easy to achieve. And listen, it's going to allow you to kind of take your crafting to that next level. Particularly as well, if you are someone who makes cards to sell, maybe you've got a little bit of a side business, you go to craft fairs, you sell your cards. If you're being able to foil, you know, things like your projects, things like your envelopes as well, it's going to allow you to add that little bit extra onto the cost of the card, hence making you a little bit more money as well. The whole thing is amazing. You're going to get the machine today with a selection of foil. You're going to get your finger grips in there as well. The tweezers come with it, your cooling mat and your plate. And then we're also adding into this as well another set of your finger grips and another set of the plates included as well, plus more foil. So it's a really great deal today. You're saving actually £46 there or thereabouts, $56.69. Platinum price is $79.99 or $111.96. It's such a worthwhile investment, and honestly, when you get this back and you start working with it, you'll be foiling everything, and you also will be getting out those dies that potentially that you've not used for ages because, as I say, maybe you've got bored of them. You know, maybe you've used them so much and you think, and I put those to the back of the drawer. Get them out, foil with them, have fun. This is what this is all about, experimentation. And again, think about, well, I'll show you the boards again a little bit later on, all of the different materials that you can be foiling onto as well. It really is tremendous. Loads of questions coming in, which I'll put to Craig in just a second. Sandra on YouTube, hello Sandra Dundas, says, hubby just dashed on and ordered me the mystery bag, especially for those alphabets. I love that, man. Top hubby, we love that. I followed Craig's carbon plate on, says Crafty Vera. Works a treat. Quick rub with an eraser if there's anything untoward. And Coletta just saying, so elegant. Yeah, try the hints and tips. Follow the matrix. Try Craig's hints and tips. See what works for you. We need to have a quick look at this mystery bag because it is absolutely flying out of the door. So all the contents in here, of course, are going to be there for your foil press. Yes, the bang for your buck, as producer Georgina has just said in my ear, is phenomenal because the mystery bag itself is worth $104. It's worth £104, $130. You're paying £30. Yes, that's right, £30 or $40 today. If you're a platinum member, £24 or $32. You're going to get this set of alphabet dies and numbers as well. The value of these, all right, is £45 or $50. You're getting uppercase, lowercase, and you're going to get your let's get this right. You're getting your alphabet. Yeah, you do get uppercase and lowercase, don't you? I'm right. And you're going to get your numbers as well. What I'm showing you here is worth more than the value of what you're paying today. £24, $32. These are worth £45, $50. So anything else that you get in the bag after this just represents ridiculous value for money. So all of those you're going to get, which I think everybody is uber excited about. But on top of that, within the bag, you are going to receive another one of your silicone cooling mats. You're also going to receive, again, super handy, a set of those magnetic tweezers. Always handy to have more of these items. We're going to give you a lovely selection of your foil stamp dies as well. So you've got your gorgeous ivy vine included. You're also going to get some of these beautiful frames as well. That hex frame, gorgeous for things like wedding stationery, for invitations as well. Another one of those frames is that gorgeous bracket frame. And we've also got some beautiful sentiment dies in here as well. This one is a foil stamp and die cut for you, which is the Celebrate the Wonder of Christmas. So again, when you think about like foiling projects, things that come to mind immediately for me are things like wedding stationery, but also Christmas time as well. You're going to be using a lot of foiling. And then you probably want some foils as well. Well, we do that in abundance in this bag. You've got your gold shimmer foil included in here as well, your paper craft foil. So that's 5 meters of that. We're also going to give you 5 meters of your Aurora papercraft foil. Again, look at all of the beautiful colours that you're going to get there. Depending where the light hits it, you're going to get all the colours of the rainbow. That's included. One of my personal favourites is the Disco Ball, which you're getting another 5 meters of. And then on top of that, we've also got your multi-surface foil as well in the Aurora, and we'll chat more again about all the different foils in just a little while. But what a bundle that is for £24 or $32. If you buy nothing else on the show today, get this, because the value for money is phenomenal. Karen just saying, I remember paying $45 for the alphabets. This mystery bag is an absolute bargain. It is. You guys are going for it, and we're going to give you time to check out your baskets. When we come back, we've got more hints and tips and ideas with Craig. I'll also throw the questions at him as well that you've been sending in your droves. But for the meantime, check out your baskets, and if you want more information on the foil press, watch this little video.
The Gemini foil press has arrived. Professional and luxurious hot foil letterpress can now be achieved in your own home with our innovative foil press system. This clever machine has been designed with so many fabulous and unique features, and it really does take paper and mixed media crafting to an exciting new level. Delivering professional looking foiling results using a hot press technique that ensures crisp, clean images. Perfect for stationery, invitations, party decorations, home decor, and so much more. The foil press is the only hot foiling system that uses a silicone plate, and we've created a plate that has edge-to-edge heat, so no matter where you place the dies, the heat will be the same. There are no cold spots or hot spots, just one consistent temperature, which again ensures perfectly foiled results every time you use it. Fast heat up reduces wait time, making projects faster to complete. The innovative foil stamp and cut dies allows you to do exactly that, creating professional quality hot stamping, and they work on everything from paper, fabric, cardstock to leather, vinyl, balsa wood and more. Don't waste any of your foil, as you can use the negative foil left over to create another project. With any machine that involves the use of heat, safety features are an absolute priority. The foil press has been fitted with a built-in cool-down feature that kicks in when the machine has been in use for a lengthy amount of time. There is also an automatic shut-off feature that will turn the machine off if the heated platform has been engaged for 25 minutes and not used. Everything needed comes in the box, including a handy manual which gives you all the time and temperature settings for the dies, so you can start foiling straight away. The Gemini Foil Press, made by crafters, for crafters.
Lots of you shopping right now, particularly for that mystery bag, which is flying out the door. Not surprised, the value for money is amazing. Karen said it herself. I remember paying $45 for the alphabets. The mystery bag is an absolute bargain. Miriam Robinson saying that is a great mystery bag bargain. It really, truly is. If you are getting any of the goodies today, then absolutely you need to put in the foil selection that we've got on the show for you as well. If you've already got the foil press, great opportunity to stock up on all of the different colours that we've got for you too. Some really beautiful colours in here. This is the icicle that Craig was talking about just a few moments ago. So that is actually included within this collection amongst the beautiful holly. You're going to get the gold shimmer. Again, you've got those sort of flecks of holographic detail in there too. You've also got your cerise and the disco ball. So I just quickly, am I going to get told off for getting this out of here? I've just got to show you. The disco ball is absolutely gorgeous. Take a look at that. I won't unravel the whole thing, but you can see all the different colours that you're going to get there. I love that so much, the disco ball. Also within this set, I made a right old mess of that. Tracy's going to be on me back. Also in this set, you're going to get silver. You're going to get the beautiful silver shimmer, similar to the disco ball, but slightly more laid back in its design, if you like. Then you've got the gorgeous turquoise. And you're going to get the final two, which are your beautiful Aurora. Again, let me get that one out. Come on, Ben. Open it up. Here it comes. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. And then finally, you're going to get your beautiful gold shimmer included as well. So 10 rolls of your papercraft foil for just £21.59 or £27.19 if you are a platinum member. Worth stocking up on, and as I say, if you're getting the any of the deals today, then grab this because you'll thank us later. Very, very busy right now for the foils, very busy for that mystery bag as well. And actually, a lot of people are very excited that they've learnt today that they can use their dies that they've got at home to foil on as well. If you want to be able to recreate some of the demos that you've seen today, Craig was using that beautiful Belle of the Ball die, which is actually in this collection here, your delicate creator card dies. 23 what? £23?
Wow.
I don't think I've ever seen that price before. 20. These are worth £17, $20 each, and you're getting the full collection for $23.78. That's genuine shock. I didn't realise that. Should have looked at your notes, Moseby. $27.93 if you're shopping in the US. These are amazing, right? Because if you're buying these just as creator card dies to do just that, to create the most beautiful cards, to create the most beautiful frames, your quid's in here because you can do so much with these, whether you're colouring, whether you decide potentially with these to do a little bit of paper piecing, whatever it might be, you are away. But the fact is now, by the way, how gorgeous is that butterfly? The detailing there is phenomenal, and the fact that we can pop those wings through as well. What I was saying is the fact now that we know that we can pop these into our foil press machine as well to foil in all of those beautiful colours makes these even more buyable. And at that price today, are you joking me? £23 for all of these? I mean, get these in your basket as well. By the way, grab these today for £23 or $27. In the UK, you've got your free mystery gift added into your basket. If you're in the US, you are, what, a couple of dollars short of getting that free mystery gift as well. These are an absolute must. That's the one that Craig used just a few moments ago, the Belle of the Ball. Grab these, no questions asked today. That's the best deal that I've seen on these, bar none. You've got to get them. Absolutely got to get them. Few questions before we get back, because I know you guys want to see all of the demonstrations and all of the hints and tips. So, well, where do we start? Let's work from the bottom upwards. Yolanda wants to know, Craig, can you use multi-purpose foil on cardstock?
Yes, you can, and actually that's a good lead-in to say as well. So within this show as well, yes, it's a masterclass, but what I wanted to do is show you lots of elements when it comes to your normal dies. So if you go back on YouTube and have a look at what was Friday the 18th of February, it was a Friday night, myself and Becky done a 3-hour masterclass with the foil press, and we done acetate, we done vellum, we done glitter cards, we done all these different materials, satin, real leather, all of them that we done. So within this show, although we're going down the roads of showing you techniques that you can do with your normal dies, although we are showing you some of the foil press, keep in mind YouTube, Friday the 18th of February, you'll find lots and lots of different techniques, and that was one of them. Yes, you can use multi-surface, but what you need to do is just to do with what's inside the multi-surface, to do with heat and that, you need to really ramp up the time when it comes to the multi-surface. So I would always say go with the paper craft. If you've got multi-surface and you're wanting to use it up, what I would suggest is go back and have a look at that masterclass. Yes, you can do, but you need to increase the time quite a bit.
Coletta wants to know, does foiling on textured watercolour card work?
It works an absolute dream. What you're going to get is that little bit of texture all the way throughout.
Miriam says, did I hear Craig say you can use any of the dies and that the specific foil press dies work even better?
So, well, the foil press stamps are designed for the foil press, and that's because instead of it having a fine die cut point, it's got a smooth detailed edge or top part, so therefore that's how you get a nice smooth intricate design. But yes, your normal dies, as was showed you before, work absolutely perfectly as long as it's a wafer thin die. What I would say, and I should just point out, in case anyone has an older machine that was called the Todo,
yes,
you can't use their dies because they're slightly thicker, so you can't use them, and mixed media dies. That's why we say wafer thin dies, which is your silver ones that are ours and many other companies out there.
These are great questions. Darla says, can you foil before you emboss with an embossing folder?
Right, so just keep in mind that if you emboss first, what's going to happen is because you need to re-enter it through the Gemini, you're going to squash your embossing. I don't really foil and emboss. If I do the foiling first, then I do the embossing with the embossing folder. Because as I say, keep in mind, if you emboss first, then do the foiling, your Gemini's going to flatten the embossed design.
But 3 more here. These are really relevant, and I want to ask more because I want to make sure that you've got these questions answered. This is a good question as well. Marta says, can I use the foil press with my MIDI machine to drive it through the machine because I don't own an electronic machine?
Unfortunately not.
No.
Because it's to do with width of the mouth. So as you'll see here,
doesn't quite go.
Doesn't fit. So unfortunately, it does have to be with the Gemini Junior or the large Gemini with the extender plate.
Worth investing potentially in a Junior. I mean, we've got some good deals on our machines. Mary Lee says, this is to do with plates. Maybe we'll look at this again in a second. She's just asking about the cut and foil die that you were using. 2 metal plates, one that came with the machine and the Junior metal shim, correct?
That's right, that's correct.
Okay. Vicky wants to know, you might do this later on, she says, can you give any tips on foiling straight? My practice goes are always wonky.
Always wonky. What you could always do is secure with a little bit of your low-tack tape.
Yep.
Don't put loads, but you can put your low-tack tape on there just to secure it into place if you wanted to. Other than that, it's just lining it up and just carefully guiding it into the Gemini, but you can add little bits of your low-tack tape.
And I think the final one for now, Linda wants to know, Craig, how can I foil onto felt? A whole sheet of foil to create a metallic felt, please? That's what it says. How can I foil onto felt, I suppose, is the question.
So a full sheet of felt. I think then maybe what you're meaning is kind of just laying a sheet of foil down onto your felt. I've never tried that before, but if that's the way you're wanting to go, then it's going to be pretty much the exact same technique that I'm away to do in a moment.
Almost like we planned it. And one, as I say, final question. This is the final one. Marion says, can I use 2 foil dies at the same time on the foil press as long as the dies/stamps are not too big? Yeah. If I have 2 stamps the same to save time, please, I'm just wondering.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course you can. Yeah, no problem. So, for instance, you know, you might have, let's say our sentiments. So you might have, obviously they're in their packaging, but if they were out their packaging, they would fit on your foil press. So yeah, you can do that and just do your own individual strips of foil. Love it.
All good questions. Any more? Roll up, get them in, and we'll do another sort of 5-minute question time with Craig in just a little while. We are halfway through the show already. We are. Right, where are we going next, mister?
Rightio. So let's show you how you can foil a die cut piece. Now this is kind of going back to the question with the felt. So either you can foil your die cut, or what you could have done is just foil a piece of cardstock, full sheet of cardstock, and then die cut that. Yep. So this is where it would be, instead of the cardstock, it would be the felt. So as I say, I've never tried foiling full felt, but follow this process and then just have a play with the times and the combination yourself. Okay. So what we're going to do with this one, this is all about pressure, as all of them are. So what I'm going to do with this one is we are going to, I'm just going to do reset, so that just takes it right back to the beginning. Now this one is, it is about pressure and it's all about time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to 1 minute 10 seconds for this one. And what I'm then going to do is I'm going to go in with my foil, once again shiny side down, but that's going onto my platform first. So shiny side down onto my platform. What I done a moment ago while Ben was going over these incredible deals is I've die cut out our create a card rows, which was the statement rows. So this is the side I want to foil, so I'm going to place that one over the top there. Now what we do need is we need some shims of cardstock. 300 GSM, this is our white smooth stamping card. Now, as long as it's round about 300 GSM, I'm not saying you have to use your really good white stamping cards and Centura Pearl, and you can reuse it time and time again. It's just a shim, it's to bulk it out. So I've got 2 of my 300 GSM.
Okay.
That's going to go over the top. What we then need, going back to our foil plate we showed you a moment ago, our magnetic one from our junior, we need this one. So if you can invest, as I was talking about with the metal shim, if you can invest in a separate one, it's worthwhile doing. Please don't feel as though you have to, because you can still go and use this for your die cutting. It helps. Then we're going to go over the top with our carbon plate. We're going to press start. Now, I have bulked this one out. Now, this technique, it's not in the matrix, because this is one that Leanne and the team developed just after the foil press came out.
Okay.
There's a question saying, can you use your normal dies? So this is the way that you would use it. What I would say, whether it is the large rows, whether it's a small sentiment, whether it's mirror card, whether it's white card, whatever it is, I would still use this plate combination. Exactly the same. Still use it, and I would still go up to a minute 10. It just helps. It just makes sure that you've got that full heat all the way through, because you're going through obviously the foil, you're going through the cardstock. But what you actually need as well is you need the foil, the heat to go up, but you need to kind of basically have it bounce back. So that heat is trapped in the middle, then it's to do with the pressure. So it's given that continuous flow kind of when it comes to the layers. This is the only technique that you layer everything at once and then do the countdown. You'll have seen me and all the other girls on the team, what you'll see us doing is heating up the foil press stamp, doing the countdown, then we layer all the other combinations and pop it through. This is the only technique you layer everything together. We can then slide it out. We're then going to feed it up. Now you will need to give it, not a helping hand, but you will just need to hold it, because you can hear that change of tone, because you've got your card, you've got your foil, you've got your magnetic, you've got your 2 shims and your carbon plate. But what we can then do is take these ones off, nice and warm, but you can still use it with your die cutting, so don't worry. Take your shims off, and what these shims also help to do is they create a barrier, and it stops that from foiling onto your carbon plate. However, what you can always do, I'm not going to do it just now because I'm going to show you that the result, but even using your guillotine or using the outline die, even though that's a sketchy foil, looks quite smart. So always think about how you can use these elements as well. But let's come in here. So what we can do is, there's our die cut at the back.
Yeah.
If I then peel off, we've got that now. That is actually still a little bit too sketchy for my liking.
Yeah.
So what I would then do, and we'll do it again because this is the whole point of doing the foil press and the questions and the techniques live, so that if there's any little bits missing or that, we can redo it and show you. But on the other hand, I'm going to keep that because I really like that effect.
Nice effect, actually.
Yeah, that's what's called underfoiling. So it just needs a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So I am going to die cut another one in a moment, and we're going to redo it. But we've got the positive, and we've also got the negative that we can see here. And what I'm going to do, if you give me just a second, Ben, I'll run it through again, and then what we can do is show you how it looks once it's fully fully foiled.
Absolutely. Stephanie Theodos on Facebook just saying time flies when you are having fun. Absolutely. And thank you, Terry Anderson, as well. You must have seen my socials. Happy 20th birthday to your cat, Nut, Ben. Thank you. My cat's 20 today. 20. We were discussing this yesterday. That is old, right, isn't it? That is old. For a puddy cat. I think we're just shy of 100 in human years, so she's doing all right, bless her. She's doing okay. Very busy for the Foilpress mystery bag, as you can see. Who was it who was saying? Hadassah was saying in the comments, I missed the contents of the goodie bag, but with all the talk about it, I think I need one. You absolutely do need the goodie bag, simply for the fact that the value for money is off the chart bonkers. £30, $40 is what you pay for your platinum. Well, that's £24, $30. That's the value there. And actually, you're going to get a set of alphabet stamp dies and the numbers in there as well. Alphabet, both in the uppercase and lowercase. They're worth £45, $50 on their own. Look at the cost of the bag, and then you're also going to get in there a whole host of different foils. You've got more tools in there as well. I'll go through the bag in more detail for you in just a little while. In fact, I tell you what, let me have a look. Let me have a little look-see in here and show you what you're going to get, because few of you are going, no, show us the bag. Show us the bag. I will. Thing is, it's not really a mystery bag anymore because you're going to see everything that's in it. But so many of you loving this. And here's the other thing as well. Lots of people in the comments, Georgina's just telling me, saying that you've got foil presses and you've not used them yet. You've not used them. You absolutely need to get yours out today and give it a go. If you're one of those people who has got a foil press machine, you bought it, you've never used it, please, please, please use it. Honestly, I'm just showing you very quickly the alphabet. So you've got your selection of your uppercase and lowercase. You've got the rest of your uppercase in there as well, which are absolutely stunning. And then you've got the numbers here too. This, for me, is the value of the bag. I would get the bag just on this premise because, again, we were talking heavily yesterday about personalisation for your cards and your projects. Now you can do it with these and foil onto them as well, which I just think is phenomenal. So those are worth £45, $50. That is not the content of your mystery bag on its own. No, 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 no. You're also going to get in there a set of your magnetic tweezers. You're also going to get in here another one of your cooling mats. You're also going to get a selection of foils, both the multi-surface foil and your papercraft foil. So you've got the beautiful Aurora twice over. You've also got the amazing gold shimmer and the disco ball. Disco ball. And then we're going to give you on top of that a selection of your foil stamp dies. So you've got your gorgeous ivy, really cute for kind of, you know, making little frames, popping as embellishments on your cards, on your projects, on your maybe your wedding invites as well. You're going to get 2 of your foil stamp die frames as well. So you've got the gorgeous brackets there, and that one is called your hex frame. Again, super for invites, super for little like table settings as well, I always think. And then you're going to get a beautiful foil stamp and die cut die. So that one is all about Christmas. Celebrate the wonder of Christmas, which is gorgeous. So all of that in your mystery bag for £24, $32 is bonkers. Obviously, if you buy more than one, you are going to get duplicates. But the point is, you need to get that today. If you've got a friend who has a foil press who's not watching the show, pick one of those up for them as well, because they will thank you very much later on. The comments still coming through. If you've got any more questions, ask them, please. I particularly as well want to hear from you if you are someone who's watching the show today because you haven't used your foil press yet and you're too scared to take it out of the box. Let us know the reason why you're not using it. Let us know what's stopping you from using it. If there's a question that you need to ask, how can we give you the confidence today to get your foil press machine out and get using it? That's what we're here for. Please do ask those questions. Right, back to Craig. Where are we up to?
Right, so what I've done is I've just die cut one of the roses here. I've gone to rose gold because actually the fuchsia that I was using was actually a roll of multi-surface foil. So that's kind of causes that little issue as well. That's how, as I was explaining earlier on, multi-surface you need a lot longer. Saying that, I've still increased this one. So let's do what we've done before. So a papercraft foil, shiny side down. Then what we're going to do is our die cut element, and we're going to do that one face down. So what we can do, in with our 2 shims of cardstock, we're going to pop that one over the top. We're going to use our magnetic shim and then our carbon plate. We're at 150 for this one because it's nice and sizable.
Wow.
So we're going to do the start for this one.
That's the longest countdown I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a long one. When you're using your dies and they're from your creator card, because obviously they are longer and wider, or wider and longer, you need that extra time as well.
If you want to listen to a piece of music that's 150, the Crafty Can, 149.
Is it?
Yeah, 149. So you could potentially play that.
You'd always have it in the background.
In the background. Just a quick question whilst waiting. Well, some questions. Jane says, Ben and Craig, you know the foil alphabet number dies you get in the mystery bag?
Yes.
She says, do they foil a solid digit or just an outline?
Solid. So yeah, that's what's different than using your papercraft alphabets, your die-cut alphabets, is these are a solid line, so perfect.
Gemma Wilson, you need to get back in touch with me, please. I'm not accepting that comment. You've just put, I have foil press phobia. I want to know the reasons why, and we need to solve that phobia for you before the end of the show. So, Gemma, get back in touch, please, and let us know why. We want to help you. We want to help you out. Linda says, Craig, what is the best method for removing overfoiling?
Rightio. So, what you can always try is if you take an eraser, and give that a light rub. If it's just residual foil, it's just going to come away. If it has actually foiled onto the material or the medium that you're using, what you need to do is just pop it through again on another clean piece of cardstock or material and just reduce that time. Before you do that, always take an eraser. We do have to say an eraser, because what we call it here, actually, do you know what I'm going to say? What we call it here in the UK is a rubber. A rubber. And that means something completely different in the US of A. So, completely different. Oh. So, yes, so use a rubber or use an eraser. Always try that first. If it's just residual foil that's just sitting on the cardstock, it will then rub away. If not, if it's actually embedded, heat activated into your cardstock or medium, just run it through again. But do you know what? Still use that bit. Maybe cover it with a sentiment, butterfly, something like that. You know, never waste it. For instance, like that one there, although it didn't foil completely,
I quite like
I'm
it.
keeping it because I like that.
Yeah.
So it's counted down. So what we can do is slide that one out. Nothing different than before. We're going to run this one through. It's going to grab, and then we're back to the combination of the time. What I'm going to do in a moment, once we've showed you this one, remember the waist from our love heart. While we're doing this technique, because it's the same layering technique, we'll show you that one. So let's take our layers off here. So what we can do is manipulate that, give it a little bit of a massage, take that one off, and then, so again, even that, what would be the waist? I love that.
I love it.
Then what we can do is come along, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that one. Yes. Just the little bits of the light.
Boom.
Tiny, tiny little bit there. Other than that, it's just the light. But we've got our satin, this is our rose gold foil.
Mate, that's amazing.
Onto our die cut piece.
Boom.
And then, as you can see there, other than the imprint, look at that.
Yeah.
So that's that bit. And then, so very quickly, what I'm going to do, remember the time that I done it before, 1 minute 10. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to that one because this one is smaller. But we're going to do exactly the same. So this is the waist. So shiny side facing down. So let's get that nice and flat. We're going to then pop our cardstock over the top. We're then going to bring in our shims. Now I'm still going to reuse that one from before. My magnetic over the top, and then my carbon plate on the top. We're going to press start. So same, anything technique-wise when it comes to the waist or you're foiling your die cut, you layer everything together and let it do the countdown.
Diana Prather on YouTube wants to know, if you only have the original Gemini, what would you need then to use the foil press, Craig?
Rightio, the only one additional item you will need to purchase is your extender plate.
Okay.
So this is the extender plate. So all that happens, instead of using the A5, all that you do is sit the extender plate on the top. You don't have to tuck it into anything, click it in. Sometimes some people think with these little notches at the edge, you actually have to tuck it into something. You don't. All that you do is sit that over the top instead, feed it into your A4 Gemini, that's it.
Perfect. That's on the show today as well for you. If you want to pick that up, we have got that available for you. A few people chatting about your phobias. Gemma has come back and said, I've had mine over a year and I've not had it out of the box. I've no idea why. It just scares me, says Gemma.
You. What I would suggest is between today's show, and once again, I fully admit that with this masterclass, it's not necessarily all the different materials that you can do. Go back to February the 18th masterclass with myself and Becky. It was a Friday. It was 3 hours long, and we went through, yes, these techniques, but we also went through all different materials. So between that one and this one today, save them onto your playlist or just save them however way that you want to, and then start with white smooth stamping card or white card. Start with that one, get the confidence. All that's going to happen is you're going to get a little bit over foiling, reduce the time, or if you get a little bit under foiling, increase the time. Yes, we don't want waste, but the absolute worst case scenario is a piece of wasted cardstock that you can still put in the recycle.
And here's the thing, right? You don't have to get out of your mind. You don't have to create like a masterpiece the first time you use this. If you literally just get, one of the dies, bit of cardstock, some foil, and just run it through and do it once, then hopefully the phobia is gone. You don't have to create a masterpiece the first time you use it.
That's what I mean by all that I'm going to do just here, slide it out and run it through. That's what I mean by, you're going to get this home. You're going to see what I'm doing. You think, oh my gosh, I want to foil this. I want to foil that. I want to foil the next thing. It happened to me when I got mine. If you want to do it, I'm not saying you can't. Of course you can. But if you are a bit worried, if you're a bit scared, you're a bit daunted, that's why I say do a medium at a time. I don't mean master it over a couple of weeks. Do your cardstock, spend a couple of hours, spend a day maybe, master it. Your small, a medium, a large, or what I would say, a small and a large, foil with it, and then foil a normal die. Master that onto your cardstock. Maybe try it on black card, master the black cardstock, although it's exactly the same. Then maybe master vellum. Then maybe master acetate. Do it one step at a time, one day at a time, 1 week at a time, however way you want to learn, and master it. Get that confidence, as you said. You don't have to do a masterpiece. You don't even have to use it if you don't want to. Just get practicing. That's all you need to do.
Gemma has just said on Facebook, fab, thank you, Craig. I will do that. And so there we go.
Please, please, please remember, yes, I know it's myself predominantly that do these shows, but all the girls on the team absolutely love their foil press. All of us are on social media. All that you need to do is reach out and ask, and either the girls will help you out or I'll help you out, whoever it is that you ask. Customer service is there. But as I always like to say to you, if you email customer service with a foil press question, 9 times out of 10 it comes direct to me. So by all means, reach out to me or reach out to them. But everyone, all adore our foil press. So please do reach out to all of us. You just type our name in social media, our full name with CC at the end, and you'll see us popping up. But the reason I want to show you that is that's pretty much nearly clean. But if we turn that around, look at that, Ben.
Oh my goodness.
So that was the waste.
Amazing.
That was the waste. So that is the same configuration as foiling a die-cut piece. So what you will find is the techniques that you do are quite repetitive. So foiling waste, foiling a die-cut piece, it's the same combination.
And if you don't necessarily, again, have to use your waste there and then. You can put it away in a box and use it for another day, can't you?
I don't always use mine.
Do
you know, sometimes it's helpful to foil it, use it, and then store that. But if I've got, for instance, that piece of waste, I don't know if I'm wanting it onto white card. I don't know if I want to do it onto vellum. So I don't actually foil my waste straight away. I do what you've just said. A little envelope or a little container, store them in there once, maybe one of your Tiffany dividers, maybe your 12 by 12 paper libraries, even store them in there, whatever way that you want. The thing is, you don't have to do everything at once. So if you don't want to do the waste at once, you don't have to. If you don't want to do all the materials, you don't have to. Just do it at your own pace and know that we're all there on social media for you to ask.
Absolutely right. Gemma says, great advice. Thank you, Craig and Ben. And Linda Pays on YouTube says, Ben and Craig, thank you for answering my 2 questions today. I have had my Foilpress for just under a month now, and I absolutely love it, which is really great to hear. As we said, have a play, have fun with yours. If you haven't yet got yours today, take the plunge. Grab one, do not miss it out. We'll just show you a few collections that we've got on the show as well. You know, if you are thinking of adding to your Foilpress set, then you might want to go for this lovely set. So these are your foil stamp and cut dice, so these will give you the foiling. They'll give you the frames as well. These are the 3. So you've seen that heart actually, which is called the Biarritz. You've also got the Leon, and then in this set as well, you've got your Provence frame as well. You can always tell your foil stamp and cut dies because they are that slightly sort of darker colour of metal. So again, just a few little examples for you here. I mean, how gorgeous does that look? The frame on its own looks magnificent, right? But then when you've got the addition of having the foil on there too, just takes these makes to the absolute next level. And again, here, something so simple as, you know, taking this beautiful frame, popping in a lovely foiled sentiment, but how gorgeous does that look with that turquoise foiling on there is what I'm looking for. It just looks absolutely stunning. It's a foiling show, Ben. That's the word. And then lastly is that gorgeous Leon frame as well. Again, it's using a range of different colours there. Love the addition of that beautiful butterfly and these little corner elements as well. We've got actually some of those on the show for you, which we'll have a look at in just a second. But £17.99 will get you those 3 frame foil stamp and cut dies, or $17.96 if you are shopping with us in the US this afternoon. Also on the show, we've got another set of your Foilpress stamp and cut dies. So these ones are your creator card, and the price is bonkers £17.99 or $21.59. Well, I can probably work it out. Georgina, so tell you how much one is. So they're $74.97, so they're $24.99 each. Yeah, call me Mr. Mathematics. They're $24.99 each. You're getting 3 for £17.99 if you're platinum, or $21.59. You're not even, I love that, you're not even paying for one. It's the deal on this. So again, you've got the, I mean, you are paying, they're not free. You get all 3 for $17.99 or $21.59. So all 3 of those are included within this deal. A really lovely collection right there. Also, must just mention that the mystery bag is absolutely flying out of the door. It is absolutely flying. I'll tell you the reason. I'll tell you for why. I will tell you for why.
Tell you for why.
I'll tell you for why. The reason why this is flying is because you've got these. Well, I mean, it's £104, $130 worth. That's the price for everyone. If you're platinum, which we know, I don't know, maybe 90% of you, probably more, that's the price there. The alphabet, which we're bringing to you here, what's the actual name of these? Traditional type. This is worth £45 or $50 on its own. You're getting it in the bag with more goodies. So you've got all of your numbers, you've got all of your lowercase and uppercase alphabet included in there as well. That is your value. That is you personalising all of your projects. That is you foiling all of the names of your family and friends on cards, on projects, foiling all of the numbers for anniversaries, for birthdays, for weddings, whatever it might be. That is huge value for money. If we just gave you those at the price on screen right now, you'd be laughing, you'd be cartwheeling, you'd be like, that's amazing, woohoo! But we're not just giving you that, because you've got even more in this mystery bag too. So those are included. You're going to get another one of your silicone cooling mats. That's in the bag. You're going to get a set of your magnetic tweezers in there as well, plus a selection of foils. Not just 2 here. We're going to give you the Aurora in both the papercraft and the multi-surface foil. You've got the gorgeous disco ball included in there as well, and the gold shimmer. So you've got 4 lots of your foil included in there as well. That is 20 metres of foiling that you're going to get in the mystery bag. And then on top of all of that, you're also going to receive one of your foil stamp and die cuts. That's the Christmas sentiment which you're going to get. You're going to get a beautiful foil stamp with that ivy detailing that you can see there. Great for making your own little frames and adding embellishments to your projects. And then 2 of these lovely, lovely frames. So you've got your hex frame and your bracket frames as well. Perfect for your monograms, perfect for table settings, invitations, you name it, they're absolutely perfect. What a buy right there. The mystery bag is by far and away the most popular item on the show. Dare I say it, proving almost as popular as the tape pens, which are back in stock, by the way. £24, $32. Do not miss out on that. If there's only one item that you buy off the show today, get that one, because the value for money is insane, off the chart, debomb.com. Right, where are we? Merrily saying, Ben, I haven't used my foil press yet because I have to clear off my desk to have room for the foil press. It's an awful mess with all the other projects underway. I mean, that potentially is a valid point if you need to have a bit of a tidy up. Oh, hang on a minute. Georgina's just saying to me, we need to set you a challenge. Let's hear this. So anyone in this show who says they've never used their foil press, right? The next show that we have, you need to be saying that you've used it, apparently. Otherwise, what's happening, Georgina? Otherwise, Georgina says she's going to be having words. And we know from personal confrontation with Georgina, you don't want to be having words with Georgina, do you?
You don't?
No.
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 No. She likes her words.
Yeah. And you know her words, right? You know her words? She doesn't mince them, does she?
She does not. No. She doesn't mince them, and she doesn't stop them either.
So seriously, whatever you do, make sure you use it, because you don't want Georgina having words. Few quick questions before we see this back in action again. Craig, says Alison, can you please use the alphabet die in the mystery bag so we can see it used?
I don't see why not. Maybe do that just towards the end of the show.
Yeah, and whilst we do that, Lorna wants to know the measurements on those as well, so maybe we can... Do you know the size of them off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head. I think they'll be on the packaging, but yeah, we'll have a look.
Okay.
Yep, no problem.
Okay, I'll have a look in a second. And Panda Craft says, not sure if it's been asked already, but does the alphabet die cut and foil or just foil?
So it just foils. Yeah, it just foils, and it foils solid, not a nice outline like a normal die would do.
Yep.
It's a nice solid foiled.
And we are all up to date. What are you going to show us next?
Right, let's go back. Let's show you, let's foil with one of the sentiments, and we will ink using the resist effect. And then what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of foiling onto some satin ribbon.
1.5 inch by 1 inch.
There we go, 1.5 inches by 1 inch. And then what we can do is we'll take a couple of letters from the alphabet, and then we can foil them to show you. And what I'm also doing as well is I've jumped to our A4 Gemini, and we'll use the extended plate to show you.
Great.
So, and it's nothing different, it's just about just getting it positioned right, that's all. So take it, let's do save the date. And this is from one of the sentiment bundles. And we're going to go in, white smooth stamping card, because we're going to ink over the top. It says there, a small die, 10 seconds. However, I actually will throw it away, bring it back, and I will then use time as 15 seconds, because I find that's what
Do you have to throw it away before you use it or not?
No, you don't have to. No, you don't have to. I'd advise you not to do that.
No.
Not to do it. Just keep it in your hands, then pop it in.
And then pop it down.
You're not going to be standing and flying your arms about like Gordon Ramsay does, you know. But yeah, don't fling it about.
Don't fling it. Good.
But it goes to show.
Yes, sturdy.
Sturdy.
Good advice.
So I've already come down to 15 seconds. So the quickest way that I've done that from 1 minute 10 is just to reset and go back to 15. So I'm going to go on, and I'm treating it as if it was my A4 platform.
Okay.
We're going to press start. So I've got the icicle. If you didn't see the start of the show, then doing the resist effect, you can do it with all colours. What will happen is the foil design will be coloured, and then your backdrop will be whatever water reactive you use. But if you want kind of like a nice clear sort of foil, use the icicle, then you can then come along and then ink over the top.
Gemma says she's definitely going to be using hers now after that threat from Georgina, so that's good news. Georgina says, it wasn't a threat. It was more like a very firm push through the door, apparently, a shove. And Marnie, I've got your message. You said you're new to foil press and crafting in general. It's not a stupid question what you can foil press onto. We can chat with Craig about that. In fact, I can show you some boards in just a little while. And Marnie's wanting to know what we can foil press onto. You'll be surprised, actually, as to how much you can foil on.
Rightio. So when it comes to your A4 Gemini, what I would always suggest is just make sure you've got the same position at each side. Now, you're not going to be feeding it in at this awkward angle that I am, but just make sure that you've got round about that ½ an inch at each edge, and then just guide it in straight. It's going to come out at the back of it, no problem at all. So as I say, nothing different from your A4 carbon plate. It's just your extender plate. And we're going to then go in. We're going to take this one off. So if I then peel that one off, you will maybe just be able to see the icicle effect.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got the icicle effect just starting to shimmer through.
Yeah.
So that's why the icicle one's good, because it gives you a clearer look. Then what we can do is let's come in with fuchsia, and this is water reactive. Just taking some of this excess off this blending pad that's already on it. And then I'm going to go in, and then I'm going to go direct over the top. And I always, like most things, I start light and build up. But then what we can do is we can then start to work all of this on. And at first what will happen is it'll look as though it's tainting the foil.
Yeah.
But it's a non-porous surface. It's a water-based ink pad. So really all that's happening is the ink is sitting on top of that foil.
I see.
So what you want to do is either microfiber cloth or a piece of kitchen roll or tissue, something like that. We've got kitchen roll here. We're going to come and we're going to buff it off.
Oh.
So we're going to go in, and then we're going to buff off that ink.
What a weird phrase that is.
So if we take that one off,
Buff
so what
off.
we're doing is we're buffing off that residual ink that's sitting on the foil.
Yeah.
We're taking that off so we can see that's what we've taken off, that's what was sitting on the foil. And then there we go.
Oh, yeah. Here, we give it a little wiggle. Beautiful.
And we've got
Yeah.
foil. So that is our icicle.
Ooh, that's
there we go.
gorge.
But as I say, Ben, if you do that with red, okay, maybe you won't use red and fuchsia. Let's say gold. That save the date will be gold, and you'll have fuchsia all the way around. So it doesn't matter what you use, what foil you use, it's still going to resist it. Just if you want that kind of clear look, then your icicle is good for that one. And then quickly, while we're here, let's go in and we'll do the ribbon.
Yep.
Just to show you as well, it's not boiling hot. I can lift it up, I can touch it. If you are a little bit heat sensitive, then that's what your tweezers, your matter is there for. So tweezers, use them as normal tweezers if you want, but if you close them, then your magnetic disc there sits flush. Pick up, and then to release it, all you're going to do is let go of the tweezers. Of course, you would then potentially just do it onto your heat-proof mat if you're doing it on a surface. But that's all that you're going to do with that one. So that's how, even although you're getting an extra one in your goodie bag, it's really, really handy to have. Now this one, if we were to go by the Matrix satin ribbon, it says a small die, medium die, 10 seconds. Within one of the sets today, we've got the border.
Yep.
Distressed border.
I'll show you that in a minute. In a minute? In a minute.
In a minute.
In a minute.
So I'm going to come down to 10 seconds for this one. Now, I don't have real wide satin ribbon. I've just got this. This is 16 millimeters. But it goes to show that you don't have to use thick ribbon width-wise. You can still use thin if you want to. It's about getting that foil onto your design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that one on the top, 10 seconds, and then I'm going to press start. So all that's going to do is do the countdown that we can see here. So nothing different from what we're used to. It's transferring that heat all the way through. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to come in with, I've got a piece of silver foil here. So shiny side facing down. I'm going to go on with my ribbon. I'm just going to pop it in any position. I don't mind which bit it foils. And then you will need, and it tells you here, 300 GSM card shim. It's because your ribbon is thinner, but what it also does is it stops all this excess foil from transferring onto your carbon plate.
Yeah.
If you do foil your carbon plate, don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine. It's still going to work, no problem at all. All you're going to get is a lovely foiled carbon plate. It's not going to affect any of your future foiling, no problem. And if this was for little wedding favours, maybe for helium balloons, anything like that, all that you would do is take the length of your ribbon, so you foiled this bit, we'll take it off, we'll move the next bit off. All you need to do is just help the ribbon, guide it through, because obviously you're going to have that excess. So guide it through, and you can then continue to foil onto that satin ribbon, depending on which design you use. But if we take this one off, so we can see that excess foil is on that card instead of your carbon plate. And then we can take that one off.
Ooh,
Look
beauty.
at that. Now remember, that is a distress border, so that's how it looks. But even things like using the sentiment one here. Okay, you maybe wouldn't necessarily read the sentiment, but still you're going to get a lovely foiled design. Look at the design of the font. You've got flourishes and you've got swirls in them. So you might not be able to read it, but you're going to get that lovely foiled design, even although it's come through a sentiment stamp. But that's how you would then foil onto your satin ribbon, satin material. That's how you would then do that one.
Wow, so many lovely, lovely demos. I'll show you the set that comes with in just a second. Imani, you're saying, thank you for answering my questions. You are all amazing here at CC. Didn't fully answer your question, but Imani, these two boards here should give you a better idea of what you can foil onto. So you were asking the kind of things that you can foil onto. Here are a few of the items. So you've got denim you can foil onto, cotton fabric, faux leather, your glitter card, your glitter material you can go onto. You can go onto vellum, you can go onto craft metal as well. You can foil onto your ribbon, you can foil onto acetate too, which is brilliant. And then like all of your cardstocks really as well. So on this board here, you've got your black card, you've got your Centura cardstock you can go onto, craft card, pattern paper, mirror card, watercolor card, black card, glitter card. I mean, you name it, you can pretty much foil onto it. But that's just a few examples of some of the different materials that you can foil onto. Lots of you as well, by the way, just as I show you the other goodies that we've got now pledging that you're going to be using your foil press. Gemma says, it's worked, Georgina. You've made me more determined. Thank you. And Hadassah on Facebook says, well, it seems that Craig and Ben have rubbed some of their WWE off onto Georgina. No need to have words with me, lol. I've accepted the challenge and I will use the foil press today. Make sure you do, because what you gonna do when Georgina run wild on you? Ooh. She's not that scary.
No, she's not.
She is. Rose says, thank you so much, Craig. Brilliant, you are a gem. And Gilmore says, well, my foil press came out of the box a while ago. That's all I'm going to say for now, because that is all that it's done. It took a long vacation, just like Ben was on.
Ooh, shots fired.
Here's the thing. You know, I was away for ages.
Yeah.
I'm literally, no, I haven't changed shirts. And I'm going away again in about 3 weeks for another 2 weeks. So not so good for people who do like me, but great for those who don't. Right, let's have a look at some of the other goodies that we've got on the show. The Border Foil stamp collection, that is the one actually with the distress border in there. So this is here actually. I'll show you how we've used it on a card. It looks absolutely gorgeous to almost create like a woodland effect in the background there, which I think look gorgeous. And that again is just another way so that you can see how beautiful that distress border looks. But then also within this set, that's the actual die itself, okay, or the stamp, I should say. But also then within this collection as well, you have got a selection of beautiful corners too. These are included in there that you're seeing on this card. But you've got the papillon border and corner set. So again, beautiful border, beautiful corner, great for making your own frames with. You've got that Leon border and corner set as well. So these are similar in the fact that you get a border and a corner with each of the different stamps within the selections. But again, great that you can build up your own frames, build up your own kind of beautiful stationery with these as well. That one is the Biarritz, and then lastly in this collection you've got your Provence as well. 70% saving here. It should be £70. It should be $78 platinum price today, $16.78 or $18.66, which is just a super deal. If you've got the foil press and you haven't yet got any of these foil stamp dies, get them today, because we've got another bundle for you, again with a huge saving. This is 70% as well. The expressions giving you things like these beautiful expressions here. So you've got like the invitation in there. You've got a congratulations, an RSVP. You've got a party. Plus you've got a wedding, save the date, and this one, which I absolutely love, which is a thank you. How stunning is that? And again, think of all of the different foils that you're going to be able to use with these to create the most stunning invites, stunning cards, stunning stationery for any event. So as I said, that thank you die comes with it. You've got the invitation, and then the others that you've got are save the date. You've got the, which one is that? Oh, that one is your wedding. You've got your party. You've got the invitation. You've got your RSVP. And lastly, you have got congratulations. £11.50 or $19.36 is a nothing price for this collection. 70% off. Last chance saloon to get those questions in. I know there's a few more which we'll tackle in just a second. Deborah saying, I love my foil press. I was reluctant to use it first and I had some trials and errors, but now I love using it to add to my projects. Thank you to Craig for all the great instructions and demos he does, because that's what has helped me tremendously in pulling it all out and using it more frequently. Crafty Angie says on YouTube, what? We love you, Ben. Thank you. I miss you when you're gone. Aw, love you guys too. Listen, let's give you a chance to check out your baskets. Any final questions you want to ask, get those in now. We'll come back, we'll recap some more ideas, some more questions, but head to the checkouts and we will be back in about 2 minutes' time.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set. Quick Buy, get yours now.
Welcome back. We can't believe where the time's on. This show's flown. We've had a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys have had fun as well, and hopefully it's been quite educational on that front. 3 more questions just to quickly ask, because I want to make sure we do as many of these as we can. So Sean says, Craig, have you got any tips for positioning foil stamps accurately on a project like the corner stamps, for example?
I would always use the grids that are there in the purple mat. I know it's harder for you to see on screen, but there is grids. They are in inches.
Yep.
So you've got your centre point. So here's our centre point where my finger is, and you've got all of your measurements all the way. So I would use that grid, and if needed, as I said earlier on, maybe you didn't catch it, but what you could do is use some little bits of your low-tack tape just to kind of hold it into place.
Alison says, did I hear Craig say that he uses low heat all the time?
All the time. All the time, yep. I've never, ever used medium or high heat.
And Rhonda Crowley says, if you fall onto fabric, would you then be able to wash it? Or if not, is there a way to seal it?
There'll be ways to seal it. That I'm not sure about because I know absolutely nothing about
but
soft
you would
crafts.
need to...
you wouldn't be able to wash it.
Yeah.
I know you wouldn't be able to wash it. Potentially, yes, be able to seal it with, I don't know, a sealer or a fabric sealer or something like that. No to washing, but I'm sure you'd be able to seal it.
And Rebecca, I know, have you got the photos, Georgina? Oh, we have got them, but Rebecca's just said, I know it's off topic, but can you ask Craig if he received the photos which I sent to the studio on Friday of my cat Sherlock trying to help with his Facebook Live earlier in the week? We have got them, and the guys are just trying to get them so we can have a look before the end of the show. We've got just over 10 minutes to go. What can we tackle in that time?
What I've done is I've taken the alphabets from the mystery bag.
Fab.
And I thought I'll do it on faux leather to show you how you can use it. So I've got my letters B, E, N.
What are you spelling out there?
That we've got there. And what I've also got is I've got some of my gold foil here.
Ooh, okay.
Now, what I would always suggest, if you're using these, do your foils individually.
Okay.
Don't do it one long strip, because then that's potentially where you're going to get over foiling in between the letters where the foil dips in, and you're going to foil onto your medium. So what I would do is individually. Always remember as well, you need to go backwards. The way that you're pulling off the foil, the way that it's read, it needs to go backwards.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go B, E, N.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use my grids on my platform to position them into place. And then once I'm happy, I'm going to go in with my foil. So I'm going to go and do them individually here. So let's pop these ones on, and then I'm going to pop this last one on there. Go in with my faux, fabric?
Leather.
Leather. Wait a minute. I'm getting carried away, Ben. I'm getting carried away. Let's pop that on. Let's get them straight away. Let's do the countdown.
Yeah.
So we'll do the start. So all that I've done with these ones is because they're really, really small, I've done it 10 seconds. Okay. In actual fact, even 10 seconds might be a little bit too much, but we'll have a look and see. Because you really don't need a lot for your faux leather. And this is paper craft foil. Okay. So not multi-surface, but paper craft foil. So we're going to go in with our leather. Still using my large Gemini.
So just recap on that again then. When would you use the multi-purpose, the multi-surface foil?
Real leather.
Right, only real leather.
That's the only time I would ever use it. I've ever actually only used it once.
Right.
Real leather is when I would use multi-surface foil. Every other medium out there is papercraft foil.
Cool.
So what we can do is then take this one off. So if I take B,
Yes.
E,
Yes.
and then N,
Boom.
we've got Ben.
Ben.
Of course, I could have them a little bit closer. Now, within this bit here, it looks as though the foil seeped out. It's not, it's just that residual foil that's sitting on my leather. So in actual fact, I don't even need an eraser. All that I do is just wipe that one off with my pinky, and we've got Ben. So we've got that one there, so you can see faux leather, gold foil. We've got Ben. Of course, you could do it closer if you wanted to, but if you do it the other way round, then it means you can do longer names or longer words if you want to.
Yes.
But that's how you would then use your alphabets. And whether it is uppercase, lowercase or numbers, I would still do it round about the 10 seconds anyway for your faux leather. But always try it, follow the matrix as I've been saying throughout the show, and then try it that way.
Few more questions. These are great. Craig, says Mary Lee, could you foil over an alcohol-coloured picture? Because I think it would look wonderful over a Santangle design that I've done.
Yeah, yeah. So whether it's a stamped background, whether it's an ink background, a coloured background, as long as, once again, it fits on the platform, then yes, you can foil over the top of it. There's no, when you think about it, if you foil over a coloured image, that surface is flat.
Yeah.
So if you can foil onto glitter card and watercolour card and balsa wood and all these ones, then smooth coloured imaged cardstock is going to be no problem.
And I know we sort of touched on this a little bit, but Ruth says, question for Craig, good morning. When do you need to use the metal shim in the foil press, and how would you use it correctly?
So the metal shim you would use for your dark ones.
Yeah.
So the ones that you do your die cut, and that's when you're going to use your metal one. So I tell you what, let's just, I've got some vellum here. So let's use it. I'll use one of the other ones, not the heart, because we've already done the heart. So let's take this one here, which is the oval. So we've got the, I like this one. Oh, it's not even opened. Let's go in.
Just whilst you're opening that, can I just do a quick...
Of course you can.
Ooga, 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 ooga. Sounds like yoga then, didn't I? Ooga, a sellout we have had.
Sell out?
You know what's gone?
What? No way.
Don't scream and shout, but the mystery bag is now...
Sold out!
How did it get to sell out? We didn't, like, it must have gone so quickly. Georgina didn't even see it go limited. It was there, and now it's gone. Congratulations. It's a shame, actually, because we were talking about how popular this has been. We were going to bring this onto Second Chance Sunday later on to give more people a chance to get it. But no, you snooze, you lose. Well done if you got that. Well done. Many congratulations. You'll enjoy using it. Wow, I can't believe it's disappeared. We had loads of those and all. Just shows how busy this show has been. Right, back to Craig.
Rightio. So let's use our frame here, and we'll do this onto acetate. One of the things you want to try and make sure as well, to avoid any overfoiling, make sure your foil is as close to the size of the item you're using. So whether it's your foiling cup, whether it's your foil press stamp, whether it's your normal wafer thin dies, make sure you've not got too much residual foil. So what we're going to do within this one here, so I'm going to go in with my, so I need my metal shim, because remember it is our foiling cup. So your metal shim that comes with your foil press. So what I'm going to do with this one, is if I have a look at my, my matrix, it says for medium one, for vellum 30 seconds. I know from many times using it, I need 35 seconds.
Okay.
So metal, I'm going to come in with my foil and cut stamp, which is facing upwards. We're then going to pop my carbon plate over the top and press start. So that's going to transfer the heat all the way through into the design, but also into the areas that will then die cut. I've got my vellum good to go, and I've also got my papercraft foil as well good to go. And the only additional item that we need with the vellum, so it doesn't matter whether you're simply foiling onto vellum or foiling and cutting onto vellum, you still need a 300 GSM shim, only because your vellum is really, really thin. But it does say that in the matrix, so you're confident that you're not going to forget.
I'm ready.
So take it off. Shiny side always down. Then we're going to go in with our vellum. We're then going to go in with our shim, and then top plate, we're going to slide that one out, and then we're going to feed that one through. So again, making sure you've got kind of like the same width at each side. If you're using the junior, you don't need to worry about that. It just fits straight in. But between the time, the heat, and the pressure of the Gemini, we're going to take this one out, and we can see that it's cut. So we can pop that one out, we can pop that one out. So take that out, and then what we can do is get the corner. So we get the corner of our foil, and let's get my poker tool. So let's take the corner, and then what you can do is this, what would be waste, follow my steps earlier on from the love heart, and then you can foil this waste. But then we've got our foil and cut frame, which this one is the Leon frame.
Yep.
So that was our fuchsia foil, papercraft foil onto vellum. Look at that. So frame of sentiment,
gorgeous,
frame of
yeah.
photo. What about popping that in the middle of one of your shadow boxes?
Coming up on Second
Coming
Chance
up later
Sunday.
on, yep. And then there you go.
So much food for thought here, and actually so amazing that so many of you have loved this. Hadassah just says, this has been an awesome sauce masterclass. I love that phrase. Thank you, Georgina, for your encouragement. See, says Georgina, that is exactly what it was. Craig, thank you for all the tips, and Ben and the rest of the team for being so helpful. Welcome. That's what we're here for. Alison Lee says, Craig, you have simplified and demystified. Simplified, and isn't that a song? Mystify me. Anyway, you've simplified and demystified the use of the foil press. I will try and use this week. Thanks to both you and Ben for a great masterclass. You're welcome. And Kim says, I've heard the challenge for using the foil press. I have it. I took it out of the box. I've still not used it. The challenge, though, will be taken by next time. Make sure you do, because what you're going to do when Georgina runs wild on you. We're going to have a look at some pictures in just a second. But just before we do, foils for your foil press machine. Roll up and grab these in a lovely selection of colours. So you're going to get 10 within the collection. You've got your holly and your beautiful, turquoise. So that's your first two. Then you've got a wonderful cerise, beautiful colours. There's some nice Christmassy colours in here as well. I know we're miles away from Christmas, but I just think, foiling at Christmas time really does add to your projects. You've got a lovely silver in there as well, so plain silver. Then we're going to give you 5 metres of your aurora. If I give that a little roll for you there, you can see the aurora borealis going on right there. You're also going to get your disco ball, which we love, almost got like a really sort of holographic effect to it. And then you've also got it going on in the gold shimmer. It's almost like gold shimmer. He's a foil, the foil with the shimmery touch. The gold shimmer. You've then got your silver shimmer.
Shimmer, shimmer, shimmer. Hi-ya!
You've also got your, oh, hang on a minute. Wait a minute. Oh no, sorry. I showed you gold spangles. Gold spangles.
Oh,
This is gold. The gold shimmer. Gold shimmer.
Shimmer!
And then you've also got your icicle as well, which you saw Craig doing the demo with a little bit earlier on. So all 10 of those for $21.59. What an absolute steal. I was going to say get your hands on the mystery bag, but of course the mystery bag has disappeared. What a great show. Oh, quickly, Craig, these are the pictures that Rebecca showed you of the cat, Sherlock, trying to help out with your live.
Look!
Look at
Facebook
Sherlock.
Live, FYI, I've got another Facebook Live coming at the start of the week of something that I'm launching.
Another quick picture of Sherlock here as well. And also, look at cute little Sherlock.
Look.
Hello. You got an announcement, haven't you, or is that later?
No, I'll tell it now, yeah. So obviously I was doing a giveaway across on my Facebook page because I'd kind of reached a certain large number. So Kerry Stevenson, congratulations, you've won all those goodies that I had on my pages. What I would like you to do, if you don't mind, if you email prizes@crafterscompanion.com and just say it was Craig's giveaway, pop your name and address and just ask them to forward it on to me and we will get that into the post. If you see this and do this, you know, between now and tomorrow, we'll get that in the post for you tomorrow.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, that's it. What a brilliant show. Listen, hopefully over the course of this show, we've given you loads of hints, tips and demonstrations. Hopefully, we've also given you the confidence to get your foil press out and give it a go. Have a play with it. You don't have to create a masterpiece the first time you use it. It's more important that you get it out, have a go. Once you've used it once, you'll use it again and again and again and again. We're having a couple of hours off here. When we are back, Second Chance Sunday, I'm looking forward to it. Loads of votes to do, loads of demonstrations, loads of great projects. We will both see you then. Bye for now.
Toodles!